love playing music.
A rediscovery and reinterpretation of Italian folk music has been the focus of our next guest for the last 20 years. Kavisha Mazzella, thank you very much for talking to us today.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, Kavisha isn't exactly an Italian name. Could you tell us about your cultural background?
My mum is from Burma. She's Anglo-Burmese, and my father fell in love with her in England, so I was born there. So,
what exactly brought you to Italian music?
I think growing up I felt pretty ashamed of my heritage. I really wanted to be blonde, blue-eyed and Aussie. And I think when I was about 20, I heard my first Italian Neapolitan street music, and I fell really in love with it because it was music that went right into my blood, I guess. When I first heard it, it had such a strong resonance and such a strong effect on me that I started tracking it down.
For someone who's not particularly familiar with your music, how would you describe your style?
What I do is an interpretation of traditional folk music, so it's got folk roots with a contemporary feeling.
How did you learn Italian folk music?
Well, I really learned from migrants in Australia. I didn't go to Italy to study, but I did learn a few songs off tapes and records and CDs that have come out from Italy. But most of my material is done in the oral tradition way, learning off somebody.
What inspires you?
I think people singing with truth, a ring of truth in what they sing about, and that's why I like folk music, because there is an element of truth in the music that's perhaps not so much there in contemporary pop music, that seems to me very affected and sugary and commercial, and so it doesn't interest me that much, but the human condition interests me. So I think that traditional music is a great rich source of expression of the human condition.
Do you have a particular approach to songwriting or composition?
Well, I'm not really sure if it's a particular approach. I suppose every artist does have their own unique way of looking at things. So I have to say yes to that. But what it is, I'm not sure. I suppose I have a pretty eclectic interest. So I'm a bit like a magpie. I draw influences and interests from everywhere to create a piece of music. So,
how has your heritage influenced your life and your music?
Well, I think really looking into the stories of my family, my ancestry, has led me to making more authentic music, because it's music about where I come from and the people around me, and so in that sense it's a folk approach really that I've got to my music making, and people seem to respond to that because it makes them think about their own family stories.
What are some of your earliest musical memories?
I think singing with my mum and my brothers in the backyard. We had a lot of singing at home.
Who would you most like to perform with?
Oh, the people I love to perform with are dead, so I wouldn't be able to. Bob Marley, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, lots of great musicians. Joni Mitchell, maybe. Well, she's alive. It'd be a blowout to work with people like that. Just once.
Any message for Italo-Aussies who are interested in discovering their cultural background?
Oh, I think it's one of the most exciting things I ever did, and it brought a lot of richness to my work. So to go on your... I think everybody really should go on their own ancestral journey, whether they're Aussie, Italian or Croatian or Russian or whatever. I think you owe it to yourself to go on your ancestral journey, because it is a journey to discover who you are, and it makes what you do in the world all that more richer.
You're off to Italy in October. Can you tell us a bit about that?
To do singing in Siena in October the 6th to the 15th. And we've been doing this for the last couple of years. I've been a guest teacher with Rachel Hoare, and we've been basically taking the community choir experience to Italy. 25 people turn up to a villa in the middle of Tuscany countryside, and we sing and practice for a week, and then we put on a concert for the locals, and we also eat very well while we're doing it, and we just have a ball. And I think the Italians just love that get out there and do it attitude, you know, because I think Italy is more formal, you know, you have to have a degree to do this and this and this, you know, you have to be a dottore. But they've really been enjoying us, and we've been enjoying them. So we hope to do it again this October.
Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you. Thank you.